There's a point on every long drive where the world starts to feel unreal. The road doesn't change, the trees don't change, and time kind of stops meaning anything. That's where this happened. I was alone, 3 hours into a drive I'd done a dozen times before. Same highway, same route, nothing new. At least, that's what I thought. It was late, sometime after midnight. No cars, no lights, just that endless stretch of road, and my headlights cutting through it. That's when I saw the sign. Rest area, 1 mile. I didn't need it, but something about it felt like I should stop, like I'd been driving too long, like I needed a break, so I took it. The exit was empty, no other cars. The rest area sat in the middle of nowhere, one building, a few parking spots, and trees closing in around it. I pulled in, turned off the engine, and that's when I noticed something strange. There were no lights, not inside, not outside, just darkness, the kind that feels heavy, like it's pressing in on you. I should have left. I know that now, but instead I sat there, just for a second, listening, and that's when I heard it. A door, slowly creaking open, somewhere outside. I looked up. The building was still dark. No movement, no one there, but I heard it. I know I did. I told myself it was nothing, just wind, old hinges. That's what I told myself, but I didn't get out of the car. Not yet. Instead, I locked the doors, just in case, and sat there, watching. That's when something moved. Near the edge of the trees, a shape, too tall, too still, standing just outside the reach of my headlights. I leaned forward, trying to see it clearly, but the more I focused, the less sense it made. Like my brain couldn't fully process what it was looking at. And then it stepped forward, into the light, and I realized something immediately. It wasn't a person, not completely. Its arms were too long, its posture wrong, and its face, I couldn't see it. Not because it was dark, but because there was nothing there. Just empty, like a shape where a face should be. I reached for my keys, slowly, trying not to draw attention, but then it moved, fast, not running, not walking, just there, closer, way too close, right at the edge of my hood. I froze. It leaned forward, and for a second, I thought it was looking at me, even though it had no eyes. And then, it tapped on the hood, 3 times, slow, deliberate, the same rhythm, every single time. My heart dropped, because I knew that pattern. 3 taps. I'd heard it before, somewhere else, and suddenly, I didn't want to be there anymore. I started the car. The engine roared to life, and the second it did, that thing disappeared. Gone, like it was never there. I didn't wait. I threw the car in reverse, spun out of the lot, and got back onto the road. As fast as I could. I didn't look back, didn't slow down, didn't stop, not for miles. But eventually, I checked the mirror, and that's when I saw it. Headlights, right behind me, too close, way too close. I hadn't seen a single car for hours, and now there was one, following me. Same distance, same speed, no passing, no change, just there. My stomach dropped, because I knew, deep down, I knew, it wasn't just a car, and I wasn't alone anymore. I drove like that for what felt like forever, until I finally saw something ahead. Lights, a town. The second I hit the first streetlight, the headlights behind me vanished, just like that, gone. No turn, no sound, nothing. I pulled over, hands shaking, trying to make sense of it. But I couldn't, because none of it made sense. And the worst part, I never found that rest area again. I've taken that same route dozens of times since. Day, night, and it's not there. No exit, no sign, nothing, like it never existed. But I know what I saw, I know what I heard, and I know something followed me out of that place. And you see a sign that feels out of place. So if you're ever driving late and you see a sign, one that doesn't feel right, one that seems out of place, don't ignore that feeling, because I almost did, and that's how it starts. The sign looked normal at first. Rest area, 1 mile, simple, nothing strange, but something about it felt wrong, like it didn't belong there, like it wasn't meant for everyone. I should have kept driving. I should have stayed on that road. But I didn't. I took the exit, and the moment I did, everything changed. The road got narrower, darker, like the world behind me just disappeared. No headlights, no cars, just me, and whatever was ahead. The rest area came into view slowly, sitting there in the middle of nothing. No lights, no signs of life, just a building and trees closing in around it. I pulled in anyway. Engine off, silence, and that's when I realized something. There were no sounds, no wind, no insects, nothing, like the entire place was holding its breath. And then I heard it, a door, slow, dragging open. I looked up, nothing, no movement, no one there, but I heard it, clear as anything. And then I saw it, near the trees, standing just outside the light, too tall, too still, watching. I didn't move, didn't blink, because something in me knew. If I acknowledged it, it would come closer, and then it did anyway. One step, into the light, and I saw it, or at least, what it was trying to be. The shape was human, but nothing else was. Its arms hung too low, its posture wrong, and its face. There was nothing there, just empty space, like a face had been removed and something else was trying to wear what was left. I reached for my keys, slow, careful, but it was already moving, closer, faster than it should have been. And then it stopped, right in front of my car, and it tapped on the hood 3 times, slow, deliberate. And in that moment, I knew something I wish I didn't. This wasn't the first time. I had heard that before, somewhere else, somewhere I thought I was safe. I started the car, didn't think, didn't hesitate, and the second the engine turned over, it was gone, like it had never been there. I drove, didn't look back, didn't stop, not until I saw lights again, real lights, a town, something normal. And when I finally checked my mirror, there it was, headlights, right behind me, following, same distance, same speed, like it had come with me. And the moment I hit the first street light, it disappeared, just like that, gone. No turn, no sound, nothing. I went back a week later, same road, same route, in the daylight. There was no exit, no sign, no rest area, nothing, like it never existed. But I know what I saw, and I know what followed me. So if you're ever out there, driving alone, and something doesn't feel right, trust that feeling, because some roads aren't meant to be taken. Thank you for watching The Insomniac, and if you enjoy dark stories like this, subscribe, because the more you listen, the closer these things get. There's something about driving at night that makes everything feel off. The road feels longer, the silence feels heavier, and the further you get from people, the more you start to feel like you're not alone. This happened last summer. It was supposed to be a simple trip, just me and my buddy Chris. We were driving from Michigan down to Tennessee. Nothing crazy, just a weekend, getaway, clear our heads. We left late, around 9 p.m. Figured we'd drive through the night, miss traffic. Big mistake. At first, everything was normal. Music playing, talking about nothing, laughing. Just two guys on the road. But around midnight, things started to change. Chris was driving. I was in the passenger seat, half awake, just staring out into the dark. That's when I noticed it. A car behind us. Not unusual, except it had been there for a while. Same distance, same speed. No headlights changing, no passing. Just there. I didn't say anything at first, but after about 20 minutes, I finally looked over at Chris. "Hey, you noticed that car?" He glanced in the mirror. "Yeah, been back there a bit." We both laughed it off. Probably just someone going the same way. But then something weird happened. Chris sped up. Just a little. The car behind us sped up too. Same distance. That's when it stopped being funny. "Slow down," I said. He did. The car slowed down. Perfectly. Like it was locked onto us. We didn't say anything for a few seconds. Just thinking. Then Chris tried something. He switched lanes. No signal. Quick. The car behind us matched it. Same movement. That's when the energy in the car changed. No more jokes, no more music. Just silence. And that car. Still there. We were deep into highway at this point. Nothing around. No exits, no gas stations. Just long stretches of road and darkness. Chris finally spoke. "That's not normal." I nodded. "Yeah, I know." We decided to test it one more time. Chris hit the gas. Hard. We pushed past 90. The car behind us kept up. No hesitation. No delay. Just right there. Same distance. Like it was glued to us. That's when I felt it. That feeling in your chest. Like something isn't right. Like you're being watched. Not just followed. Watched. "Take the next exit," I said. Chris nodded. We didn't even know where it led. Didn't matter. We just needed off that road. The exit came up fast. Chris took it. Sharp turn. And for a second, I thought we lost it. But then, headlights. Right behind us. It followed. Now we weren't on a highway anymore. Just a narrow road. No streetlights. Trees on both sides. Pitch black. And that car, still there. We started to panic. "Where the hell are we?" Chris said. I checked my phone. No signal. Of course. The road kept going. Twisting, turning. No houses. No signs. Nothing. And then, the car behind us turned its headlights off. Just like that. Gone. Total darkness. Except for us. "Did you see that?" I said. Chris didn't answer. He just kept driving. Faster now. Too fast. Because we couldn't see anything behind us anymore. But we knew it was still there. Somewhere. That's when we saw it. Up ahead. A figure. Standing in the middle of the road. Chris slammed the brakes. The car skidded. We stopped maybe 20 feet from it. Just enough to see. It wasn't moving. Just standing there. Facing us. No expression. No movement. Just there. "Go around it," I whispered. Chris didn't move. Neither did the figure. Then slowly, it lifted its arm and pointed behind us. We both turned. And that's when the headlights came back on. Right behind us. Closer now. Way closer. Like it had been right there the whole time. Chris didn't think. He hit the gas. Swerved around the figure. And we took off. I looked back. The figure was gone. Just gone. And the car behind us. Still there. But now, it was closer than ever. Right on us. We could see inside it. And that's when everything changed. There was no driver. No passenger. Just empty seats. But the steering wheel was moving. Turning. Adjusting. Like something invisible was driving it. Chris lost it. "What is that?" I didn't answer. I couldn't. Because I saw something else. In the back seat. A shape. Low. Twisted. Moving. Like it was crawling. And then it lifted its head. Slow. Too slow. And even in the dark, I could tell something was wrong. It wasn't human. Not fully. The way it moved. The way it bent. Like it didn't understand how a body was supposed to work. The car behind us surged forward. Fast, way too fast. Closing the gap, Chris slammed the gas. Our engine screamed, but it didn't matter. It was gaining on us. Closer, closer. I could see it clearly now. That thing in the back seat was staring at us.